All right, now let's talk about Invincible's season 3, episode 1, 2, and motherfucker 3. So season 3 just debuted, and I didn't even know it. I thought it was I thought it was next week. Excuse me. So I saw it. I saw all 3 episodes earlier today. I have to say I was very pleasantly surprised. This will be the better season. Most of y'all don't know. I did not really like season 2 as much. I fell off of it really, to a certain extent. I just didn't like the whole storylines they were doing. The break did not help it either. I think it hurt it a lot more than it helped it. And I think they realized their problems and they said, we won't do a break again. Yeah, because your viewership probably dropped. Because when y'all did it, your numbers were high, but then when you did the break, the numbers were low. So clearly they understood the situation. I still think they should have released it in March, due to the fact that they got a lot of stuff going on, like the Super Bowl and all this stuff. They could have released it in March. Because again, I totally forgot it was coming out this week. I thought it was later in the month. So like early March, mid February. I don't know who's doing their release scheduling and stuff, but they need to really look what made season 1 good was March. Nothing's playing in March. Like, why are you doing this in February? That's just my little tidbit. That's just my thing. So, let's begin with the show. So, we start with Mark training. Mark is training and learning his abilities because he's preparing himself for the Viltrumites coming down. By the end of episode 1, they do state that Mark is able to take on the last Viltrumite that came, which we all know is the female Viltrumite, which she has a major role down the road, which will, so he's able to take on her. However, Mark's not able to take on the other Viltrumite that's stronger than her, which we all know who that is if you read the comics. And then, while that's going on, Mark and Eve relationship starts developing a little more. Eventually, by the end of episode 3, they get together. We'll wrap that up. Pretty much the first 3 episodes, we get to see Mark, pretty much becomes, pretty much a superhero. And also Mark, you start to see the tensions between Mark and Cecil. And it blows up in episode 2. This is an episode 2, where Cecil brings back, certain people from the past and try to use them, reformat them into heroes. And Mark's like, I'm not down with that. They are murderers. And Mark's like, and Cecil's like, well, you murdered somebody. He said, wait, I was protecting my people. No, it's the same thing. So they're going back and forth to the point where they have this huge fight, which is a great fight, by the way, between Mark and Cecil and a couple of the androids. And, Mark goes in like he almost became his dad for a bit. I was like, all right, Mark, as I'm starting to see some Omni-Man in you. Well, come on, Invincible. And we get to, like I said, episode 2. Like I said, Mark and Eve relationship, they still trying to figure things out. And then he also trains his little brother to become a hero. And he starts developing his powers in a way, and then they take on the Blue Twins. And that blows up because he eventually kills them, and they've been telling him, don't kill. But he was like, I have to, if I kill them, I'll stop the bad guys. But like, we don't kill. And then eventually Mark had a revelation, like, yo, you sound like Dad. But you have to remember, he has some of his DNA. So it's like Mark's brother ain't human at all. He's full blown alien and Viltrumites combined with the other aliens. So he's like, I don't care. And his alien race age fast too. So like right now he's let's say 6 or 7 or maybe 10. Eventually down the road he's going to be older than that. Probably in the next a year to 6 months. So yeah, he aged pretty fast. But yeah, like I said, this episode was fantastic. I mean, all 3 episodes were fantastic. But like I said, the best one was episode 2. We get to see Mark become his own man in a way, and I like that because I always had a problem with Mark in all the previous season where he just didn't become his own. Now I think he's starting to become his own, and we starting to see it a lot more. And I have to be honest with you, I've been enjoying the hell out of it. I think the only thing I could say about it is first three episodes as a whole. And I just have the grade as a whole. All of them in the same grade. It was a solid 8 out of 10. I mean, I enjoyed all three of them. I like this season a whole lot better than last season. The first three started off better than the last season. Yeah, so like I said, I feel like this is going to be the better season. Will it be better than season one? That is yet to be seen. I do feel that we're not going to get too many Viltrumites in this season. I think it's going to be Caesar versus Mark. It's Team Caesar versus Mark, like our own version of Civil War. That's what I'm expecting. I don't think they're going to break it up in parts like they did the last season. Hell, even last season, it was mostly about the Viltrumites and stuff like that a little bit. And then eventually we got the big bad at the end, but that came out of left field too, if you ask me. But as always, like, subscribe. Peace, have a Johnson day. I'll see you guys in the next video. And comment below. Excuse me, tongue tie. Comment below and let me know what you guys think of Invincible Season 3, Episode 1, 2, and 3.